let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about fear, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, tell some friends. Of course, make sure you guys are, giving me that Art Defines Really thumbs up like so I say, hey, and of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. That's right, in this video we're talking about your fears, because you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Collective, the Big Cock Consciousness, where I help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis, help you naturally raise your HGH and your testosterone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about some fear. And yeah, of course, the acronym of fear is false evidence appearing real. And that's not the one that what just came to me. That's been out there for for a while, and I actually got it from Gary Busey, believe it or not. And that was from somehow, some way, it's whatever resonates in this. Like I say, there's always a message for you to be picked up if you are tuned to it, because whatever you're tuned to is going to appear to you. And essentially, fear, anxiety, all these types of issues are nothing more than just switching the station over. And I know it might sound easier said than done, but you always got to have some fun. Like Matthew McConaughey, Moondog says, man, all right, man, fun is the gun. And I had to say that one more time. I did that video on fun the other day, and today I felt really inspired to talk about fear. It just kind of goes, it's the other end of the spectrum. And I just feel that you can always pull yourself out of the fear and let you understand that beauty is always there. Because like I say, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear, man. So don't forget that. And of course, the best way to keep yourself clear and keep yourself in that receptive mode and keep yourself flowing and going and growing is to be in the gratitude attitude. Because don't forget, every single day, go ahead, just do it like I do before my feet hit the ground. Take this breath with me. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful, because gratitude is the attitude, and that's what we got to go with. That's what we got to grow with every single day. You got a breath in your lungs, you got a shot. If you got a breath, you got a shot, you're alive. Let's feel it, because you never know, man. There's so many beautiful things that come to a close and go to a pass, or whatever you might want to say. And of course, there's a whole bunch of, 1 minute you're eating a burger, and the next minute you're dead meat, according to Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber. Lloyd Christmas, another great movie. I had to hit you with that right off the rip. But nonetheless, I mean, you got to enjoy your time while you're here. And fear is one of those things that can take you out of the present moment. And that's really what it all comes down to is, taking these images or whatever's making you feel a certain way and kind of just letting it dissipate and letting yourself just feel the grow. And when we're going with that flow, you're understanding that it's not so much, it's not so much what's out there. It's all going on in here. Because, I mean, essentially, what's scary to you could be, a day in the park to somebody else, and vice versa. So it's all about taking a couple steps back, taking your breath, getting back to what you got to do, and not let anything get in your way. Because we're all about, manifesting the best, talking, having that huge piece of meat, swinging at the knees, dropping at the pecs, making you your best. You know how it goes over here in the BCC. I intend on you guys to grow, and all of us to grow and become the giants that we are, man. We're talking about heads in the clouds, not worrying about anything that's down there or below, because we're up here, we're huge, man. There's nothing that can touch you, man. And you're talking about, little gremlins at your feet or whatever might be fear or whatever, it's down there, man. We're up here, and we intend on growing even bigger and making ourselves, the best versions that we can be, because essentially there is only now, and right now is a great time to just feel that pump and let you know that there's energy in the air to always be grabbed onto. And I just want to show you and share with you the mind muscle connection. We ain't letting fear getting here, man, because we let beauty appear, because we keep it clear. And you got to know that the energy that's always around you, man, always there for you to grab. The pump is within you. It doesn't matter about how much weight you're lifting. Doesn't matter about what you're eating, how you doing. We're doing beautiful. What we're going with and growing with is the mind and muscle connection. The mind is what puts the size on. Paramahansa Yogananda is the one that says the mind is the wielder of muscle, and I believe that. Don't forget Arnold Schwarzenegger that talks about the pump and putting the arousal into it, being like, oh yeah, I'm coming at the gym, like, oh yeah, it just feels so good to be alive. And when you're feeling this energy and you're feeling this breath, you know that you got a shot. And I'm just letting you know that I'm right here in Detroit Rock City, sweating, got the pits just dripping the sweat, the body's just growing, spirits knowing that I'm doing something right. And that's what we're going with right here. And don't forget the mantras I like to say while I'm getting through the day is I'm magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. That's a great one to just let you know that fear doesn't exist, because the universe is here to help you be the best that you can be. And when we're talking about growing, and I'm showing, we're talking about some gratitude. I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. Let's do one for the penis. I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. And then, of course, the one when you gotta get one last rep out, you scream and you shout, or just scream it in your head, but just go ahead and feel this. I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, getting huge. 2020, getting lit, getting ripped. That's what we're going, that's what we're growing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful day to be alive. You got a breath. You got a shot. I got a shot. I feel beautiful. And no coffee this morning. I had some green tea. Having some aqua. So for that, salute. Beer comes later. Oh yeah, I'm just showing you guys, man. Essentially, man, the energy that you have is always just rolling around you. Don't let anybody tell you that you ain't got it, and you are your own resistance on that. So don't forget that. Any time of day that you're just really draining yourself away, talking about how you feel, listen to your words, because your words are what's creating your reality. And if you're constantly talking fear-based things, just look at it from a neutral plane. And you understand, if you're going through the day talking about, just worrying about anything, just really write it, be aware of that. And then you can understand that this is where we got to, scrap what's working, not working. And then you don't want to put energy into a fearful thought. And that's how you get away from fear, because essentially, if you got the boogeyman or whatever you want to say, just kind of crawling on you at night. And like I said, my dreams are a way that I can really, the sleeping world, the waking world, if this is a collective dream, whatever you might want to say, I feel that all truths are true. You just got to find the ones that make you, regardless of what anything may be. You got to understand that, fear, on the other side of fear is being happy. And that's how you beat the fear. And I'm telling you that every single time, to have that beauty appear and keeping it clear. And like I said, when I go into the astral realms at night, man, my dreams are pretty lit, man. I'm telling you, last night I had Burt Young in it, which is, I don't know why I'm telling you. He was the guy from, he was Rocky's brother-in-law. I was like, hey, Rocco, can I have your job? He's like, absolutely. Made him. He got the job, and he gave him his Trans Am in part 2. It's Burt Young, He goes, and on Thanksgiving, he's like, you want to eat the bird? Go out in the alley and eat the bird. And he threw that beers at me, and then of course he was in The Sopranos, which was another great, you know, and then don't forget back to school. And Rodney Dangerfield was in my dream too, man. Like, you know me, man, I'm always all over the place. Like I said, my dreams are pretty lit, and it was very exciting. I mean, I had Burt Young, Rodney Dangerfield, and it wasn't like, you know, the back to school with the triple Lindy. And I tell you, man, that's one of my favorite movies, and one of my favorite lines out of it is like, hey, I don't go to school, I build them. And I don't know why that just always resonated with me, man. I always thought that was kind of, you know, a great line. But be as it may, you know, that's a classic movie. And like I said, one of my fears in it was I think I had to fight, like I was going to have to fight Bruce Lee or something. And I was terrified because, for one thing, that's like an idol. And I don't know why that was even in my realm, but like whatever. I was like, you know, I was terrified. You know, who would want to fight, you know, Bruce Lee, all right? You know what I mean? The one I was thinking about him doing that 1-inch punch or whatever, where you can just, whatever, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. But like I'm saying here today, when you're in those dreams and those astral realms, and you know me, man, like I said, my dreams are lit, man. I'm dripping that DMT. Joe Rogan, and I ain't got to snort for it, smoke for it, jab a vein for it. All I got to do is sleep. And like I said, man, if you ever get in a sleep paralysis state where you feel like you can't move, and you might feel like there might be a demon on you or something, or some type of energy, like some people might say it's an alien, whatever you might want to call it. I mean, all these thoughts that are floating out there is what can be created in here anyway. So, I mean, you could just, you know, let's create that. It's the love bug. You know, it's the love that's coming by to make you, remind you that you're alive, man, when you have that feeling by you. You know, that could be a better way to look at it. But be as it may, whenever something comes right there, you can look at it like this, like it's testing the way that you are, because the only way that you can beat this thing is you might want to try to like fight it as much as you can to just break the chains and just wake up, like, you know, you'll be screaming, and that's usually what a lot of more macho type of guys like to do. And you know, it was the way that I wanted to get through it at a particular time, and gets you nowhere, man. You end up having that peanut butter mouth like Neo in the Matrix, when he's like, how about I give you the finger and you give me my phone call? And he's like, what good is a phone call, Mr. Anderson, when you cannot speak? And then all of a sudden you got that mouth like, and that's how it feels like when you're in that dream. And then put that together when you feel like you got something here. This could be, you know, a nightmarish situation. And like I said, the only way that you can get through this situation is sometimes you can actually run through it with a, you know, and you just flex out of it. And what I learned through, you know, collective talks and the information out there is the reason you're waking up is because you're changing your breathing pattern. Because you can only control your breathing and your emotion when you're in that state. Remember that. So breathing and emotion are really the flow to this ocean of life. And don't forget that. That's what's going to wave over the fear. That's what's going to have everything come to you. Because like I said, fear is just like a cloud that it's going to pass. You know what I mean? Because we keep going, we keep flowing. And when you're talking about having that fearful state of that, you know, the peanut butter mouth, you might feel like something's there, and the breathing pattern that you can change to get out of it with that screaming, and you wake up and it's just no good for nobody. You know, you can, if you're in a nightmare in a situation like that, if you blow on your eyelashes, that will trigger you to wake up. And those are the things that you can control. Now, the easiest, more practical one is to just start having fun. Like I said, man, fun is the gun. So you feel that something is right there, you start feeling the love. You'd be like, you know what? I don't know what this is, but it can't touch me. I feel beautiful. I'm so happy I'm alive. I am divine. I am magic. I am divine, and the universe is on my side. And this thing right here is just going to kind of, its energy ain't going to be there anymore, because the happier you get, the more away it goes, and awake you come. And that's how you solve a fearful situation. And you could take that piece and put it into your waking day. Because if you're in a situation where it's like you were afraid for your life, and like I can, you know, adrenaline and certain type of situations, like, you know, like whatever. I don't even want to fathom them. But we're talking about like an everyday, you know, anxiety type of situation where people get like panic attacks and anger, mother. I don't know why I'm thinking of The Sopranos. You know what I mean? Like whatever you're thinking about, you know, whenever you get like an anxious feeling, the best way to do is to just get happy, and that's going to definitely solve the situation. And some people might be like, well, how can you get happy when you're so scared? And the best thing to do, you got to step away, walk away if you can. If you got the opportunity to walk out of the room or walk out of that bubble, go ahead and do it and get inside here and start finding the beauty. Be appreciative of what you got, man. Remember, you got a breath, you got a shot. So start with that. Be like, you know what? I'm here right now. I got a shot today. I'm alive. And that's one thing that can keep you spinning and moving. And then once you get the wheels going, you get yourself just appreciative of where you are. You could be outside, you can have an animal by you, you could be whatever. You might like a car that just drove by, whatever it may be. Just something that can just keep you spinning and happy. And once you keep doing that, that's going to pull you out every time, guaranteed. And then some people, fear on the other side of it, it's anger. You know what I mean? And that's really, rage. Depression is rage turned inward, according to Dr. Melfi on The Sopranos. I don't know why I'm talking about this so much, because one of the episodes was, anger. Revenge is best served, or as Tony said, revenge is best served with some cold cuts, And, he's talking about revenge is best served cold. And really what that comes down to is, when you're going out there to go, get yourself angry, that's just usually not the ticket in any situation, man. It's about keeping your cool, letting yourself know that you got a shot and believing in who you are. And if you're going if your whole goal is to just put somebody down because they made you feel a certain way, there's no reason to do that, because essentially you're the one that is feeling the way of that experience. So don't forget that, and that's why in the Hawaiian practice of Ho'oponopono is a great way to solve, any of these, situations that, of how you've been feeling from somebody that might have been making you feel a certain way. And again, it's usually in here that's interpreting it that way. And like I said, the 4 magical phrases that you should say is, it's just neutral. And like I said, this is some magic that, was based out of, a practice in Hawaii, where all these people in the psych ward were, everybody thought they were mental. This guy did Ho'oponopono, changed the way that these people seen them. And all it is 4 phrases where you say, I am sorry, because you gotta take ownership for how you're feeling. You gotta say, please forgive me, because you gotta ask for forgiveness. And then you gotta say thank you, man, because gratitude is the attitude. And then you gotta say I love you, man, because I love you is really what, the power of love, man. Don't forget that, man. So I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you keep saying that over and over and over again, and you're going to solve some situations, and it's going to make you feel better towards your manifestation. And what we're talking about here, man, since I got that heart pumping, and me, I always got to share that matrix hack every single time. Whenever somebody comes on your mind, if you hear somebody on the phone, somebody on the TV that's making you feel a certain way, whoever it may be, all you got to do is intend on that person, that soul, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day, and you just hacked the matrix. You just made the world a better place. You are giving yourself, the permission to just dissipate that fear, because it's all in here anyways. And make sure you're keeping this clear. And when we're talking about other types of things with the big penis manifestation, we're talking about the choking, the edging, the Kegels, the super edging, masturbation for manifestation, all these techniques that essentially have been out there that I'm tuned to the receiving to help, share and grow with the rest of you, because, this is what it's all about. It's about passing the information for manifestation. And these techniques can definitely help you out along the way. And when you get out of that whole fear-based thing, man, you're going to be the giants that we are, man. We're not talking about having any fear. And that's how you keep, yourself flowing. And of course, me, I always got to share another one that if we're on the other side of fear, man, don't forget the triple D. And no, we ain't talking drives, Guy Fieri. We're talking don't doubt your dick. Don't forget that, man. We're talking about don't make your stick your shtick. We're talking have that log be a huge piece of meat, swinging at the knees, dropping to the pecs, making you your best. We're talking about, unless you're somebody that you're a comedian and this is what, spreads love and it's getting people to do this, you're doing something right, so I say thank you. But if you're somebody where that ain't working for you, we're talking about believing your piece, man. Because essentially that's a piece of God down there. That's a piece of the divine. Don't forget, man, your penis is on the root, your root chakra, your balls, all that. You got the third eye back there, between the, between the eyes, talking about that pituitary gland where the HGH is actually flowing and going and growing when you're dreaming at night. The crown is up there, you know, just attaching us all to this, whatever this is, and understanding that this is all, you know, connected one way or another. And we can manifest this energy throughout our body to make ourselves the best that we can be. So believe in everything you are. I believe in you. Rocky Balboa will say, nothing's real unless you believe in yourself. And hey, you know, since we're, you know, I'm feeling this beautiful experience is going to be coming to a close real soon. No bell. So make sure you're ringing the bell because I'm putting content out daily. Make sure you guys are following me on my social media, man. This has been a beautiful experience. You guys got to check out my kids. Sue taking care of the neighborhood. My wolf and my bear always there. A couple of Pekingeses. I actually hear them. You know, I feel them around here right now. I got to take care of them. It's a beautiful day. Remember, fear is false evidence appearing real. You just got to smile it away. Fun is the gun. And this is a beautiful way of just letting you know that you got a shot today. You are alive, man. That's something that you should just be appreciative of, man. Take this breath. Enjoy this day. Enjoy this moment, because essentially there is only right now. And every now that you're feeling is every now that you're living. So it's a beautiful thing. I love you guys. I intend on you guys to spread some love today. Feel some love today. Have a beautiful experience. And you know what? I'll be seeing you around. We got plenty more to come. Peace.